Hey guys, it's Gameface here, and welcome back to episode 61 of my Manchester City career. In today's episode, we've got a really exciting transfer window to get into today's episode. Obviously, we did a little bit in the last episode, brought in a few more players. Leroy Sané rejoined us. If you didn't see that last episode, definitely go ahead and watch it. Click that link in the description below. And yeah, we've got a really big episode today. I'm looking forward to trying to bring in a new striker. Sergio Aguero, I think, will be departing the club. It seemed to be a lot of people saying the exact same. He's starting to go down overall now. We need to try and find someone else to try and improve the squad a little bit. So it seems like Sergio Aguero is going to leave us. He's gone down now to 87 overall, so it is probably his time sadly to move on. We are going to try and look for a bigger sort of striker, more physical striker with a bit of strength, able to win things in the air a little bit more as well. Not necessarily tall. I don't know whether we will go for a tall striker in particular, but they've certainly got to be strong, so the height could come with it, I suppose. Before we get into today's episode though, if we could try and hit 100 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, maybe you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit that subscribe as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. It really does mean a lot to me when you guys hit that subscribe button as well. And thank you all so much for the support yesterday as well. Those videos went out late because of my stupid Virgin internet. Should be okay now, hopefully, to get these videos back out at 12 PM UK time. The bonus episode went out like 2.5 hours after we released the first episode, which was absolutely incredible. Like, you guys absolutely smashed it yesterday, so thank you all so much for that. It really does mean a lot. Let's crack on with today's episode, though, and let's have a look at the shortlist quickly. I've added a couple of players on there based on you guys' suggestions from the last episode, and obviously I briefly looked at Aubameyang in the last episode. A lot of people didn't really seem too keen about that one. Understandable, maybe it's a little bit overused, I'm not really too sure to be honest, but I am certainly interested in Belotti or Iheanacho. Belotti in particular, I think, though, because I've not really used him before. He's got great stats, he's really strong, great in the air, and I just think he'd be the perfect sort of striker that we need. 88 overall is obviously really good as well. Iheanacho, obviously, a return for him would be great. Obviously, in real life, he's gone to Leicester, so, you know, he's no longer technically a Manchester City player. So it depends really what we should go for here. I'm a big fan of Belotti. I think we should go for him. I'm probably going to put in bids for both of them, to be honest. I think both of them will probably involve Sergio Aguero as well. I don't really mind if he goes to Torino or wherever Iheanacho is. I'm pretty sure he's a slightly different sort of team, Iheanacho, isn't he? Yeah, Bilbao. So I don't really mind if Aguero goes to either of those sides. It doesn't really affect us. So we maybe include Aguero as part of those deals. He's not actually worth that much anymore, to be honest. He was worth obviously a lot more a couple of years back, but £39 million. And on top of that, we're going to, I think, go with about £25 million. We could probably go a little bit cheaper, but I'm just going to go with that, see what Torino say. And I think we'll go for a straight trade with Iheanacho. Aguero for Iheanacho. Obviously, I know Iheanacho's not quite as good overall-wise. He's a couple of overalls off and is obviously much younger, though. I wasn't massively impressed with him at the club first time round, but we're after a different sort of player this time round. And like I say, I think Belotti's going to be our number one choice, so I don't think if they do accept that one, I can't see Iheanacho rejoining, but he's another option just in case Belotti decides to reject us. We've also got a loan offer to accept here. That's from Dortmund. It's a centre-back that we took a look at in the last episode. 19 grand a week. He's going to join us. Stats-wise, I'm being quite impressed with him. So 19 years old, 73 overall. He's going to join us on a year loan. Might seem a little bit of a strange one, but he's just another option to bulk up the squad slightly, and we'll see how he gets on this season. If he gets a few chances and plays well, then why not? You know, he might join us, to be honest, next season. We don't really know. We'll wait and see how the season gets on. Also, a good suggestion in the last episode was to maybe put Neymar up front. Try that out so we can get Leroy Sané into the side. That's certainly going to be an option during the season at some stage. It might well be that Neymar goes on the left-hand side, and instead of Leroy Sané in the team, we just have Gabriel Jesus up front, because he is 88 overall at the end of the day. But certainly we'll kind of rotate those things around. It depends who's fit for each match, but I'm really, really happy with this squad already, and I know that we've only brought in Leroy Sané, but it's looking pretty good so far. We also brought in Kone as well. He's Yaya Touré's regen in the last episode. I think we did that, and again, another really good option, I think, for midfield, and hope to try and train up at some point during the season. Okay, first of all, Torino have rejected the bid. They are interested in the play. They want £53 million on top of Sergio Aguero. Or they want more than double what we've put in a bid for, basically. Wow, okay, that's a lot more than I was expecting. We are going to go with £35 million. We'll slowly increase it. I think £88 million is a lot of money for Belotti, but we might eventually get a little bit closer to that amount. It depends really whether they're willing to accept that bid. On to some player drills. This week we're just going to make one change. We're going to take out Ferreira. We're going to bring in Kone. He's going to do a set of drills this week, and we'll just see how we get some of the El Rondo drill. He'll all be changed pretty swiftly, I think, on those drills, to be honest. We'll give him some of the passing ones as well, which I think are important for a midfielder, of course. But to begin with, trying to get his slide tackle and standing tackle up, they're usually the pretty easy ones to try and get up. Bilbao say unacceptable. Again, interest in the play. They want £21.5 million on top of that. We're not going to go any further with the Iheanacho one just for now. We'll focus on Belotti, because I think that's going to be the more likely offer, to be honest. That's a lot of money for Iheanacho. I'm more happy to pay that sort of amount for Belotti, or more likely to go overboard on that. Shall come in a bid for Gabriel Jesus, £77.5 million. It's a nice offer, but no interest. It would have to be much more than that. Chief Executive values him at much more than that as well. Reject all offers, no interest whatsoever. Edison wants to discuss wages. More than happy to do that. I think it's actually quite a low wage compared to what he, like everyone else, and what you'd expect him to be on as well. I'm pretty sure he's not on any more than 20,000, unless I change that. In fact, he's on 20,000. So I must have offered him a new deal not so long back. We'll go with, I think, I want to try and get a long-term one ideally, so we'll go 30 grand on a 2-year extension. We'll see what he says to that. Crucial first-team player. We'll also give him all the bonuses as well. Maybe a bit over the top, but I really like him. I don't want him to stay. He has made 2 mistakes, and the fact I can remember both of them shows how, few mistakes that he's made. So, I'm pretty happy with his performance all around. Great news. Before this Community Shield game, we've got the bid accepted for Belotti. Sergio Aguero and £35 million has been accepted by Torino, which is great news. We've got the Arsenal game in the Community Shield in about 3 days' time that we've got to try and bring in a player for. We don't have to, but of course it would be nice. 160 grand a week, and we will go with the 3-year deal. Crucial first-team player. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. I don't think we'll get away with important, to be honest, but we'll see what he says to that. Transfer offer in here for Tar. It's from Barcelona, £34 million. Again, no real interest in getting rid of him, to be honest. I've been impressed with his performance alongside Stones. Oh no, what's Edison saying here about that new contract? I'm going to turn down that contract extension you offered. I appreciate it, but I think I need a change in my career, so I'm going to move on at the end of this contract. Well, you've got another 2 years and 11 months of your contract left, so we've got a long time before that happens, and this crump will be over before the end of your contract. So hopefully he doesn't want to move before then, but that's obviously very disappointing that he's not going to sign a contract extension. He just literally wanted a wage increase. Gutted about that. Another thing I'm gutted about is that we're not going to have Belotti before this game against Arsenal. He's not come back to us. He's had 3 days, not come back to us, which is obviously disappointing. Bidding, though, for a player which we are interested in getting rid of. Morales there. It's going to be Birmingham City, £1.8 million. I know his transfer list. I'm going to try and get as much as possible for him, though. £2.5 million, and we'll let him go for that. Okay, so what's the Community Shield against Arsenal? This is the side that I'm going to go with. Edison starts in goal, Carl Walker, Stones, Tar, Rose in defence. In front of that, Kevin De Bruyne and Sol. Then we've got Raheem Sterling, Silva and Leroy Sané. Neymar starts up front for us in this game. We've got Company, Cancelo, Gundogan, Asensio, Ferreira, Gabriel Jesus and Aguero, who gets onto the bench for this game. Originally it was going to be Moreno, but I'm going to put Aguero on there. He might come on as kind of like a farewell sort of game. It really depends. I'm not really too sure, to be honest. We'll see how it goes during this game against Arsenal. Of course, we want to try and start the season by winning the Community Shield. We did it last season, along with winning, I think, the pre-season tournament as well, which is obviously a great start to the season. And obviously try and win it again like we did last year. So let's see what we get on against Arsenal. Obviously aiming to try and win this. We've gone with a very strong side. Hopefully no injuries. Okay, so let's go at Wembley Stadium for this game against Arsenal. Aubameyang starts against us here. This is obviously the player that we were looking at last episode to play up front for us during this season. I don't think we are going to approach him, unless, of course, the Belotti deal collapses, in which case we might not have too many other choices, to be honest. But we'll see how we get on in this game and hopefully come away with a victory over Arsenal. Go on, falls to Kevin De Bruyne. Turn and shoots. Oh, over the bar on his left foot. So there's only 8 minutes left, I think, of the first half. I think that's the first shot that I can remember of for either team, to be honest. There's been very few chances, all been in the midfield. Not been a great Community Shield final so far. So, yeah, hopefully, we can only really improve, to be totally honest, because it's not been a great game at all to watch. Not many chances, a lot of it, like I say, in the midfield, and not too many shots on target. Bernardo Silva into Sol. Sol going to try and cut this one back, maybe. Bernardo Silva with a chance, going on his right foot. Oh, good save by Szczesny. That's the best chance so far of the game. Szczesny saves quite comfortably down the end. Well played. Kevin De Bruyne now going to start an attack into Bernardo Silva. Silva going to try and cut back inside on his left foot. Bernardo Silva to shoot. De Bruyne gets in the way. Oh my days, that would have been a good strike as well. It's half time, it's 0-0. Okay, not quite the first half performance that we're after. We improved towards the end of the first half, to tell us. The last 5 or 10 minutes were pretty good, but overall not as many shots as I was obviously hoping. We'll see how we get on now in the second half. I think things can only really improve, to be totally honest. Bernardo Silva had a great chance, but Kevin De Bruyne just ran in front of him really late on there. I think it might well have been a goal, in fact, as well. It looked a very good opportunity for Bernardo Silva. Let's move on, though. Let's try and get ourselves the opening goal of the game. Got to make sure we continue to defend pretty well as well. It stopped most of the Arsenal attacks, although saying that, there's one now, and Edison had to save brilliantly. Oxlade-Chamberlain continues with the attack, going up for a cross into the middle. Edison again has to punch away, and so the bar. Edison should maybe try and catch that. Okay, so down to the first change. We're going to bring on Gabriel Jesus. We'll take off Neymar. He's getting quite tired. He's not had a massive impact really on the game so far, Neymar. So reluctantly, we're going to take him off. We'll bring on Gabriel Jesus. About 23 minutes left of this game. I'm not going to make any more changes just yet, because I actually have a feeling this might go into extra time. So if that is the case, then we will obviously bring on those changes at that point. But we'll wait and see what happens in the remaining 23 minutes of this match, and hopefully try and find a goal before then. Kevin De Bruyne on to Leroy Sané. Come on, he's got more pace than Lawrence Shirley, surely. Oh, he gets hacked down. It's got to be a penalty. The referee's given it. And it's Socrates with a terrible challenge. The captain there flooring Leroy Sané, our new signing, our new old signing. And we have got a penalty here with about 17 minutes left of this game. It's very late on. And it's a fantastic run for Leroy Sané. Just dips in between the two defenders. And Socrates couldn't handle it. It's a penalty. Kevin De Bruyne to step up maybe, or do we have another option? I think we'll go with Kevin De Bruyne, to be honest. Let's see how he gets on. De Bruyne going to play it to the right, and he smashes it into an empty net. The keeper goes the other way, and we are winning this game 1-0. What a way to get the goal as well from a fantastic run from Leroy Sané. What an impact he's had in his first game back. And Kevin De Bruyne smashes it to the opposite side of the goal. It's 1-0, and we've got ourselves into the lead. Final two changes now that we've got that goal. Sergio Aguero and Ferreira both to come on. We'll take off Raheem Sterling and Silva. Obviously a chance here for Sergio Aguero to kind of bow out, hopefully, on a trophy, of course, with 17 minutes left of this game. Maybe get himself the final goal as well to secure the win. We'll have to wait and see. But like I say, probably Sergio Aguero's last game here, and I think it's fair enough to give him a little bit of game time. Well played, Ferreira. Now a chance for us to attack. Ferreira going to try and get past Koscielny. Surely he's got enough pace. Ferreira's still going. Good luck for a cross. Oh, no. Why did no one else get a good option? Maybe we could have shot, but at the end of the day, there should have been a cutback option. You've got to position yourself better than that as a striker. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Tyler. Let's get another attack going. Aguero, good luck to Leroy Sané. What a pass that is. Oh, Leroy Sané, the heavy touch. Why was there such a heavy touch there? Got to be able to clear. Oh, well played. Sané now. Oh, that's not a clearance. Kevin De Bruyne getting stuck in as well. That's brilliant from him. Now we must have won. We have done. We've won the Community Shield. Really happy with that one, of course. It wasn't the most incredible match you've ever seen. There wasn't that many great chances or anything like that. But it's fantastic to win the game, of course, like we did last season as well. Happy, obviously, to get a little bit of silverware early on. I say a little bit, you know, it's obviously, I don't know whether it's a proper trophy or not, to be honest. Probably not. It's not one of the major ones, of course. Well, here it is. Kevin De Bruyne is going to lift the Community Shield. Sergio Aguero there playing his final game, probably for Manchester City. We do expect that deal for Belotti to be done in the next couple of days. Kevin De Bruyne going to lift it, and that is our first little piece of silverware to begin this season. A good start to the season, of course. Got to try and be better at scoring goals, better at creating chances. We very much cancelled each other out for most of that game, to be totally honest. But there we have it. Kevin De Bruyne holds the trophy, and let's get back onto some more transfer business. Company sent us an email. I've been speaking with my agent, and I'm not getting the role at the club that I was offered in my contract. Yeah, well, what do you expect? You're going down the overall. You're 33 years old. I hope it'll change as well. You'll get some game time, but I mean, we've just played the first proper match of the season, if you want to call it a proper match. So I don't really know what you're basing your lack of involvement on, to be honest, because, you know, we've only played one game. So we'll wait and see as the season goes on. If you've come to me in January and we're in the exact same position, then maybe we're going to have to find a solution to that. But ideally, I want you to stay. I want you to stay as a player for the bench and for the cup games. You know, you're not going to be a starter. Stones and Tower are better than you. And, yeah, we want you to stay because obviously you're a fantastic club legend. But yeah, we'll see what happens over the next few weeks. Obviously want him to stay as long as possible. Ideally retire here as well, but we'll wait and see. Carter goes up this week, so does Kone as well, which is great news for us on both accounts, especially Carter. Wanted to try and get him up to 80 overall as quickly as possible. Fantastic news, Belotti has accepted the contract. That means it seems like Sergio Aguero is going to leave us £35 million plus Sergio Aguero, and we've got ourselves a new striker. He's 5'11", so he's not like 6'2" or anything like that. But he is strong, he's good in the air as well, he's got the stats for all that sort of thing. We'll see how he gets on in-game, but I can't do it yet. I have to wait. I have to wait until someone gets sold. Yeah, I can't be bothered to wait. We're just going to get rid of this Diaz guy. Sad to see this guy go because he actually, I think, had a little bit of potential, but we just have many of the better options in midfield. So release him for his contract, just under £16,000. Now we have enough space to be able to get rid of Sergio Aguero and bring in Belotti. I think he's going to be a good player forward. So there's quite a few people saying bring in Dybala. I appreciate he's a fantastic striker. I love him in game, but we want a physical striker, someone that's going to be a little bit stronger up front. Dybala isn't really that sort of player. He's another sort of Aguero type player. So even though that will be a good signing for us, I think Belotti's the best option for right now, and I'm looking forward to using him in game. He looks fantastic. 88 overall. What a signing that is. Transfer in here for one of our goalkeepers, Menendez at Stoke City with a £1 million bid. I'm not so sure I've actually got this guy transfer listed. I don't think I do. I quite like him as a third choice keeper. I don't have any intentions of getting rid of him unless I've transfer listed him. I don't think I have those, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I wanted the 3 keepers. Yeah, I'm not going to get rid of Menendez. £1 million, certainly not good enough either for a guy that's got pretty decent potential. Birmingham City come back regarding the Morales deal. It's £1.9 million, so 400 grand off. We're going to get rid of him. He was one of the players that we transfer listed. He's also a player that I think we're just happy to get rid of, basically. He's not going to be able to compete with some of the other players that we have in a similar sort of position. So it makes sense to get rid of him. Okay, it's on the cheap a little bit. We wanted a little bit more, but we'll take it just so we have that free space in the squad. Okay, so what's the first league game of the season? It's going to be against Watford. We're obviously going to play this game. It'll be the final game that we actually play in today's episode. This is the side that I'm going to go with. It's a little bit changed from the last team, but not much, to be honest. Edison starts in goal. Kyle Walker, Stones, Town, Rose in defence. And then we've got Kevin De Bruyne, Sol, Sterling, Silva, Neymar on the left-hand side this time round. Belotti starting up front for his debut. And that means we've got Leroy Sané on the bench, along with Gabriel Jesus and a few other really, really good players. Let's see how we get on. Interested to see how Belotti gets on. I've started him because Watford, usually quite a physical team, so I think it makes sense to put the more physical striker up front. So we're going to see how he gets on, how he copes in the Premier League. I think he's got the right sort of stats. It's just how he gets on in game. Like, stats-wise, he looks incredible. It's just how does he actually perform in game when we play with him. So we'll wait and find out. Like I say, it's the first time I've ever used him before, so it's a little bit risky. But we are going to see, hopefully, him putting a good performance there. Okay, then here we go to kick off the Premier League season against Watford. Let's see how he gets on. Really excited to try out our new striker up front. I'm expecting a lot from him, not going to lie. I am expecting a good performance from him. Not just goals, but assists as well, holding up the ball when we need to. And also, you know, at times I want to see him score headed goals as well, because that's something that I think we've lacked as an option. And what a start to this game. 3 minutes in, it's another penalty and a yellow card as well for the defender. And it's a really, really poor challenge, a necessary challenge, so it doesn't need to dive in at all there. It's Sol made his way into the box, just turns him, just completely outdoes him, takes his feet from underneath him. It's another penalty for us. Where are we going to put it this time? Kevin De Bruyne going to step up. I'm expecting him to go right, so we're going to go right down the middle, and it's saved. Pantelimon saves it. Okay, he just seemed to guess it somehow. That was very unexpected. We should have scored 3 minutes in. How didn't we score that? Not really seen anything of Belotti just yet. We're just waiting for him to get a switch the ball in a second. So far, though, good bit of possession in Watford's half, around the edge of the box as well. Bernardo Silva into Neymar. We've got Rose on the overlap. Rose coming back inside, looking for a pass into Silva. Great turn, and the strike's wide on his weaker foot. So close. Great start to the game. Like I say, though, Belotti not really had a touch of the ball, I don't think, yet. Rose. Oh, into Neymar. Neymar's got a good chance to shoot. He got caught up there, didn't allow me to shoot. Sol, go for it. Deflects over the bar and out for a corner. Barmy was well and truly in there for the block. We've got Kevin De Bruyne to try and pick someone out. Is Belotti in the mix here? He is, but Neymar's going to be more likely to get there. Nothing comes of it. Is that an injury to Tau already? 27 minutes in. He might have to come off. It might be a chance for Company to stop whining and get on the pitch for a little bit if he's not able to continue. Yeah, we're going to take Tau off. We'll bring on Vincent Company. It's a bit of a precaution, to be totally honest. We'll see how that goes. Company will go and play alongside John Stones. Obviously a familiar partnership there for him, but Tau walking off the pitch 30 minutes in, so we won't basically risk it. We'll just make the change straight away. Sol into Neymar on the left-hand side. There's not been that many chances so far in this first half. Neymar coming inside to shoot. Oh, how has he not even got it on target there? On the stroke of half-time, I thought that was it. Really good run from Neymar. Dribbles in and out, then shoots. Goes wide, so close. Not too many chances. Not many opportunities for Belotti at all. As soon as we got on the ball with any attacker, it seems like they're right onto us with a block of some sort before we shoot, or an interception that prevent us from getting on the ball for very long at all. So it's been a frustrating first half. They've just been tackling us so often in their final third. So yeah, we need to find a way around that. I'm not really too sure what the way around it is. But yeah, just going to have to maybe pass the ball a little bit quicker. Chance for Watford, good save by Edison, out for a corner. About 30 minutes left of this game, just over. We've got an opportunity to try and defend and maybe counter-attack here from this corner. Can we get it away straight away? Edison, no doubt, going to try and punch. In fact, catches, unusual for him. Usually he loves a good punch. Now Belotti brings it down well. Going to try and get round Janmaat. We've not seen much of Belotti on the ball recently. And he's going to try and run this one on the left-hand side. Going to go for a cross as well if he can. Oh, going for a back post header for Raheem Sterling. And heads it wide and out for a corner. Bernardo Silva look into the box for this one. Belotti from post going forward. It couldn't quite get on the end of it. And we're going to have another attempt, I think, from Silva. Not the greatest delivery back in. Stones fouled, surely. Referee doesn't give anything. Final two changes, we've got Leroy Sané and Asensio. We'll take off Silva and Belotti. Belotti obviously not having a fantastic debut. Not the dream debut that we're after, but he's put in an okay performance. We've seen some glimpses of good stuff, and of course I'm not expecting him to score a hat-trick or anything like that on his debut. We've got Neymar playing up front now. Leroy Sané, obviously Asensio going into the three centre attacking mid positions. And we'll see how that goes for the final 30 minutes. Desperately trying to score a goal, obviously, to win this game and get the 3 points. We didn't start particularly well last season. We've got to try and make sure we don't allow that to happen again this season. But if it does happen, then of course we are able to recover. We saw that last season. We ended up winning the league by God knows how many points. We completely smashed everyone in the end. So yeah, just got to make sure that we don't allow a loss in this game. But we'll wait and see what happens in the final 30 minutes. Oh, well played, Sol. Asensio now going to look to Leroy Sané. Go on, Sané to shoot. Oh, this is what I mean. We had this in the first half. Every time you get on goal and every time you put some sort of shot, they just throw someone in front of it out of nowhere. How has anyone caught up Leroy Sané? He's one of the fastest players in the league, in the world, in fact. He's got like 97, 99 pace. It's ridiculous. We've caught up. De Bruyne now going to deliver the corner. It's going to be into Neymar, who can't get on the end of it. De Bruyne going to look for a second attempt. Oh, God, it's even worse than the first. Sol maybe to shoot, though. Oh, not a bad strike, actually. Some of the better shots so far in this game. Asensio going to look to deliver this corner. Leroy Sané's in there. Again, can't get to the end of it. Asensio. Oh, it's Leroy Sané. Maybe a chance to shoot from this range. Oh, Sané hits the bar. What a hit. Oh, my days. I thought that was it. Really, really good strike from him. Couldn't quite find the back of the net, though. Would have been a great goal for us to get late on here. I think it's probably going to end 0-0 at this rate. There's obviously a couple of minutes left now this game. Frustrating, obviously, not being able to get ourselves the goal yet during this game. It doesn't seem like we will, but yeah, it is obviously a little bit of a slow start. We've not managed to get the goals that we're hoping for, but it is just the first game of the season. We have to remember how we started in the last season. Well, it wasn't particularly great. I think we might have even lost the first game. So I'm pretty sure we lost and drew the first two matches. We've drawn this one. It's a 0-0 draw. Not the, like I say, not the result we were after, but certainly an okay start. It wasn't a loss. Undefeated still, we can say. But yeah, we need to obviously try and improve in the future game. We dominated for most of the match. Better possession, 9 shots, 5 and tight as well, which is more than Watford, as you'd expect, because we should be doing better than that in terms of shots and goals as well. But I'm sure we will do. We'll maybe switch things around a little bit tactically or with the personnel we have with the team. I'm not really too sure yet. We might go with the same side and just hope that it eventually clicks. I'll have to decide in the next few episodes. That's near enough going to be it for today's episode, though we'll quickly do a few more things before we end here. So let's do some play drills, the exact same players again this week. Hopefully, going to see a little bit of progress and try and get somebody up. No, just up on attributes. All 4 attributes for Kone. Gomez goes up on 2 of his attributes as well. Their vision, I think, short pass were the 2 attributes that he went up on. Good week for him. Let's take a look at these emails. Anything important for us to look at? Yes, transfer offer as well as a player injured. How long? 3 weeks with a sprained ankle. Patar, not great, but of course we have other options. Company will be certainly happy. He'll be laughing, in fact. We've got Alvarez there, a 1-year loan to MK Dons. We'll do that. Happy to let him go for a year. He has been loan listed, I'm pretty sure, hence why we've got come in with an offer. So we'll see how he gets on and hopefully get a bit of game time before rejoining us next season. Another transfer offer in, this time for Menendez, another player that we have, not the goalkeeper this time, a left mid from Portsmouth, 1-year loan deal. Again, we're going to accept that and allow him to leave. Again, similar sort of reasons for some experience, some game time, and also to try and improve as well. Player sold, Morales goes to Birmingham City, £1.5 million added onto the transfer budget. And wow, okay, this is a very good player right here. Exciting prospect. We were looking at another centre-back. Of course, we brought in that other guy that we signed in on loan from Dortmund. This guy's recently joined, so he's not actually available to sign permanently, which is annoying. Could we get him on loan? Do you think that would work? Or important first team player? Probably not for Levante. So we're going to scout him, shortlist him, and he might join us in January potentially. We'll have to wait and see. Exciting prospect. He's only 5'10", but certainly stats-wise and overall-wise looks pretty good for his age. Bid in for Mason Lewis from my club, Leeds United, £3 million. It's exactly what he's worth as well. Pretty sure Mason Lewis has been transfer listed as we have better options at a younger age than him. So we're going to accept it. We're not going to bother asking for more money from Leeds. Happy to let him go to Leeds. I'm sure he'll get some sort of game time at some point. A bid in for Sol as well. Quite a large bid from Chelsea. Not large enough though. Rejected all offers. No interest in allowing him to leave. He's a very important player in that midfield for us. And player sold. Mason Lewis goes to Leeds United. £2.4 million added onto our transfer budget. But more importantly, frees up some space in our team. So that is everything for today's episode. Don't quite enough time to say this game against Hull City. We'll do our next episode where we hopefully get our first win of the season in the league. That is it. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and 100 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, maybe you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit that subscribe as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Really do appreciate all the support on the channel. It's absolutely fantastic to see. Thank you all so much. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.